World News and Events COVID-19 on June 21. Note, this is a collaborative video made between Travel for All Fanpage and Knowledge of Coronavirus channel. This video is copyrighted by Travel for All Fanpage and Knowledge of Coronavirus channel. Please respectfully welcome everyone. The following is the remarkable news most on June 21 as follows. 1. American news. Currently, the United States remains the most seriously affected country out of 13 countries and territories in the world with COVID-19 epidemic, with 2,299,184 cases and 121,451 deaths. The United States remains the most seriously affected country out of 13 countries and territories around the world with COVID-19, with 2,330,908 infections and 121,999 deaths. Next is Brazil, with 1,070,139 infections and 50,058 deaths. Russia, 584,680 infections and 8,111 deaths. India, with 412,788 infections and 13,290 deaths. In front of nearly 20,000 supporters in Tulsa, Mr. Trump emphasized the COVID-19 test as a double-edged sword, both beneficial and harmful. Moderna is another important name approaching the third phase of clinical trial promotion. The U.S. biotechnology company specializes in drug development and has promoted a close partnership with the National Institutes of Health. Meanwhile, in the U.S., the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, NIAID, on March 16 announced the start of clinical trials of a vaccine in Seattle. 2. Update the situation of COVID-19 in the world. As of 7 p.m. on June 21, the world recorded nearly 9 million cases of COVID-19 acute respiratory infection caused by COVID-19, including 466,250 deaths and more than 4.7 million recovering. According to Worldometer's info, as of 7 p.m. on June 21, the whole world has recorded 8,945,502 cases of COVID-19, including 467,302 deaths. 3. German news. On June 20, the outbreak of COVID-19 in Germany deteriorated after local authorities discovered a number of new outbreaks, with a number of 19 cases of COVID infection reaching thousands of cases in the state of North Rhine-Westphalia. Germany is facing the risk of a new outbreak of thousands of people. According to the June 20 afternoon notice of Tulsa district officials between the cities of Dortmund and Hanover in the state of North Rhine-Westphalia, after testing 3,127 employees of Germany's leading meat processing company Knies in Tulsa district, the government local confirmed 1,029 positive cases with COVID-19. On the same day, the German Federal Army deployed another 40 soldiers to support the Tulsa district health and medical staff in the epidemic inspection. 4. Brazilian news. In the past 24 hours, Brazil has recorded an additional 31,571 new cases, bringing the total number of COVID-19 infections in the country to more than 1 million. 5. Italy news. According to the Italian Civil Protection Agency, as of June 21, Italy recorded 262 more cases of SARS-CoV-2 virus, bringing the total number of COVID-19 cases in the country to 238,275 cases. Meanwhile, the number of deaths due to COVID-19 increased to 34,610 cases, an increase of 49 cases, and the number of recovered cases was 182,453 cases, an increase of 546 cases. 6. Hong Kong news. Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, China, recorded one more death from SARS-CoV-2 virus, the fifth case of COVID-19 since the outbreak of the disease in the territory. This. In addition, on the same day, Hong Kong also recorded one more case of COVID-19 tested at entry. The patient was a female, 40 years old, from the Philippines on June 19. Up to now, Hong Kong has had 7 consecutive days without any cases of infection in the community, with a total number of COVID-19 cases since the outbreak was 1,128, of which 5 died and 1,076 had recovery and discharge. 7. Indian news. The percentage of people who tested positive for COVID-19 in India increased from 4.6% in the week ending in May 17 to 7.8% in the week ending in June 17. The increase is more alarming than in states like Delhi and Haryana. Experts assess this to show that the trend of the disease is spreading on a large scale. According to government figures quoted by the Hindustan Times newspaper on June 20 in the capital Delhi, the positive test rate increased from 7% on 17/5 to 31.6% on June 17. Haryana increased from 1% to 10.1%. Tamil Nadu from 4.2% to 10%. As of June 17, India performed more than 6.2 million COVID-19 tests, which recorded 367,117 positive results, thereby an overall positive rate of 5.9%. According to experts, the positive rate increased, along with a sharp increase in new cases showing SARS-CoV-2 virus is spreading in the community. According to India's Ministry of Health and Welfare, as of June 20, the country has recorded 14,516 additional COVID-19 cases in the past 24 hours, bringing the total number of patients to 395,048, including nearly 13,000 deaths. According to the analysis of officials and researchers, it is expected that by the end of June, the total number of COVID-19 cases in India's most affected cities, Delhi, Mumbai and Chennai, will increase to 100,000, 80,000 and 71,000 cases, respectively. 8. China news. China launched a nationwide campaign to examine imported food after an outbreak of COVID-19 acute respiratory infection broke out in a wholesale market in Beijing that experts said there were points homologous to the strain in Europe. Beijing on June 19 recommended that citizens abandon frozen seafood and bean products purchased from the Tanfatio market. Officials in Beijing have been testing hundreds of thousands of people, while nearby areas have been frozen and schools closed to avoid a second COVID-19 outbreak. On June 19, 25 more cases were recorded in Beijing, bringing the total number of cases from last week to 183. By the end of June 20, mainland China recorded a total of 83,378 cases, of which 4,634 died and 78,413 recovered. Experts warn that if Beijing does not take timely measures to curb the spread, it will repeat the disease situation in Wuhan City. An outbreak in Beijing has been predicted and could occur anywhere. 9. UK news. In Europe, the UK is the 5th most infected country with 301,815 cases, while the number of deaths is 42,461 people, ranking 3rd in the world. 10. Spanish news. Although the number of COVID-19 cases is still increasing, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez on June 20 confirmed that the country is entering a period of recovery after the pandemic. Accordingly, since June 21, Spain allows visitors to enter the country from the European Union (EU) and the Schengen region without having to separate themselves for 2 weeks and resuming activities again among 17 autonomous communities of this country. However, restrictive measures such as compulsory masking and social spacing will be maintained. Our newsletter is now over. Thank you for always watching and supporting our videos. Please subscribe Knowledge of Coronavirus channel at https://tindercom/s4gaps Knowledge of Coronavirus channel and travel for all fanpage respectfully, and see you in the next video. 10. Spanish news. Although the number of COVID-19 cases is still increasing, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez on June 20 confirmed that the country is entering a period of recovery after the pandemic. Accordingly, since June 21, Spain allows visitors to enter the country from the European Union (EU) and the Schengen region without having to separate themselves for 2 weeks and resuming activities again among 17 autonomous communities of this country. However, restrictive measures such as compulsory masking and social spacing will be maintained. Our newsletter is now over. Thank you for always watching and supporting our videos. Knowledge of coronavirus, channel and travel for all fanpage respectfully, and see you in the next video.